YouTube?
Yo, that's crazy work.
Who this nigga on that nab?
Ain't nobody but me, boss. What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bag TV, man. If you don't get your goof ass in here and hit that bag. All right, man. I've been telling y'all for a minute just how excited I am about this David Morrell, David Benavidez fight, man. I think it's going to be a barn burner. Could end up being a classic. We follow the stories. We see them what they doing at 175. Both of them just had their debut there. I think it's a great matchup. But what's most concerning for me is the fact that the steroid situation keeps popping up when it comes to David Morrell. And it popped up before by the Ghana fight. I can't remember his name, man. It eludes me right now. And that was around the time he had beat Sinelli, if you guys can remember, into a damn coma, right? I think they had to actually induce the coma, but if you can remember, man, David Morrell had tuned this dude all the way up. He had to go straight to the hospital, and he ended up in a coma. Word around the water cooler is when you're not taking on a lot of high profile fights, these guys fly under the radar. There's not a lot of VADA testing. And according to David Benavidez, there's to a certain degree allegations, especially now he's fighting David Morrell. And he's saying he hadn't had any VADA testing and had threatened to actually cancel the fight. I want you guys to give David Benavidez a listen.
You know what I mean? I'm not going in there trying to expose nobody and do nothing. But when he fought, go look at the people he's fought. They said that they did VADA and they did not make David Morrell do VADA. There was 2 different fighters that did that. He tried to pull the same shit on me because we're 13 weeks into the camp. And, when I fought Caleb Plant, we had started testing 14 weeks out. Bubu Andrade, 13 weeks out. And so, how is it that this guy's coming up? This is his biggest fight ever, and he doesn't have to do no VADA, and then he's already getting accused of steroid use? I'm not saying he's taking steroids or none of that, but once you're not trying to take the VADA test, this shit looks kind of weird, you know what I mean? And then also, he's saying that he's a lab rat because he getting tested. This is what it is. The fuck? This is clean boxing. We're doing VADA every single week or every other week. Well, if you don't like it, then it's because you're probably doing something, or you're probably a little bit worried that something might come up on these VADA tests. You know what I mean? Me, I've been tested more than anybody in VADA, and that's facts. I've been tested over like 30 times, and I never complained. I never said I was a lab rat, none of this. This guy barely got tested 3 times. He's saying he's a lab rat. You know what I mean? So I just feel like you go look at the fights and go look at the people accusing them of shit. I've never got accused of taking steroids. You know what I mean? And then when you see that press conference, as soon as I said steroid that you guys didn't want to test, that's when Lisa Kuba Sr. got up, started talking shit, and then they walked away. So I don't know. You guys be the judge of that. You know what I mean? I'm pointing the things out, but these people are not going to play me like I'm a fucking idiot. If there's VADA tests, if we're going to do the VADA test, let's do it, and let's be clean boxers.
All right, man. That was David Benavidez on the David Morrell situation. Shout out my guy, Mill City. Matter of fact, shout out Mill City, man. I got to meet him out there in Vegas at the Hall of Fame weekend. And that's his take on David Morrell as far as the VADA testing. And listen, he makes a great point, especially if VADA hadn't been knocking on his door. If they ain't knocking on his door, they ain't knocking on David Morrell's door. And that press conference, this is what he was talking about when he actually brought it up, when he said he had to call PBC, right? Check him out.
Okay, no, fuck that. You want to talk about that?
Okay, guys.
I had to call PBC and tell them if we didn't take the VADA test, that we're going to cancel the whole fucking fight. Because you guys didn't want to fucking test. Now we're drug testing. We wanted to fight you for the last fucking 3 years. What are you talking about?
Guys, this is it. We need to finish this.
All right. And that was David Benavidez basically threatening to cancel the fight if they didn't start actually drug testing, and they were 9 weeks out from the fight. So to me, it doesn't seem, right? Especially, with those other fights, VADA was on the money. I can't make out what's different about this situation. But apparently, according to David Benavidez and a few other fighters, this has been an issue with David Morrell, right? And it just kind of leads you to believe like, hey, maybe something is a little fishy at the end of the day. And I would hate to think that David Morrell would come into this fight with any kind of physical edge, but then also given the performance we seen against Kalajic or Hot Rod, I was like, I don't know, because 75 is a different monster. Some of that power can't translate, but then I see how he completely punished Yerba Sinelli and threw that man in a coma. So I don't know, man. Definitely, I don't know what to make of it. I hate to just automatically accuse or be judge and jury and executioner in a situation. But the shit do look fishy. Definitely want to know y'all's thoughts on that one, man. All right, that's all I got. Big T.O. Heavy Bag. We out of here. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.